Last segment, Charles Barron, Councilman, 42nd District, Bob Law, activist for Bed-Stuy, for New York. Close it out for us.
Well, as governor, the first thing I would do is have that progressive revenue package so that we would have the revenue to deal with the neediest communities. The second thing I would do is to make sure that we had policy changes so that we would abolish the MTA. These authorities are not needed. That came out of the racist architect Robert Moses, The Power Broker. Read that book. And how he decided to manipulate government funds by setting up authorities. If you got a state transportation and you had a city Department of Transportation, you don't need an MTA. Abolish it and let the city and state take care of transportation needs. The New York City Housing Authority, and you got the HPD, and you got other housing agencies. You have the Power Authority, the Port Authority. You got the Battery Park Authority that has money for affordable housing. What are they doing with it? And who are these authorities? I would abolish authorities and let the state and the city control those institutions that control our lives. The other thing that's important for the Freedom Party, people to join the Freedom Party and be a part of it, you can be a registered Democrat and still participate in the Democratic primary. We have a membership of the Freedom Party. Join us as members and pledge voting solidarity with us in November.
Okay.
You can be a registered independent Democrat. If there are any registered Republicans, you can be that too, and join the Freedom Party as a membership. When we get the 50,000 votes and become a state recognized party, then you have a choice to register for the Freedom Party or maintain your Democratic Party registration and join us anyway. Let me end with this. This is an idea whose time is long overdue. We're no longer settling for the lesser of two evils. Evil is bad to vote for, more or less. We don't have to go there. We have a real reason to vote now, the Freedom Party. We have a real choice now, the Freedom Party, because we can say we're voting for our dignity, our self-respect, our right to self-determination. And the only way we're going to transform our neighborhood when you talk about employment or healthcare or housing or crime.
Jobs.
Or jobs, that's employment, especially jobs. That it can't be rhetoric. Every candidate is going to come and have a plan for jobs, housing, education. But see, people like to give me the specifics, give me the specifics. I'm sharp enough to give you the specifics.
Okay.
But the bottom line, you better get some real people behind those specifics. You got to get some real power behind those specifics. And you got to have a mindset that people who love and care for the Black and Latino community. Genuine leadership. And when you think of G2AUC, and when you think of James McIntosh from Simultep and Bob Law, and when you think of Viola Plummer and the December 12 movement, Alton Maddox and the United African movement, and you think of the Nation of Islam, all of these groups are very supportive, and even people who have no organizations but have block associations or no big-time political organizations, but block associations, tenant associations, they are ready for the Freedom Party. And you know what? Most of our people don't even come out and vote. Well, maybe 10% of our people come out and vote because they don't, 90% of them don't feel they have a reason to vote.
The Freedom Party is the reason.
Now.
The Freedom Party is the reason.
One now.
But we're going to monitor what you do. We're going to reach out to Mr. Cuomo and Mr. Palladino. We're going to invite them up here. I don't think they'll come, but we're going to invite them anyway.
But when they don't come, I want you to come back on there and say they didn't come.
Oh, we're going to let it be known that they didn't come.
Don't send them any clips that what we said. Tell them how we're talking so they can be compelled to come to respond. Treat them the same way you treated us.
Okay.
Just call them up.
And we're getting ready to call them.
Just because you didn't write us a letter, you didn't send no bio on who you are, call Cuomo's office. They will ask you to send them some information about who you are before they even consider responding to you.
Okay.
But don't do that. Call them on the phone, just like you call me, and say I want to talk to you and Charles.
And tell us what you have for the community.
And say the same thing and see if they respond.
Just real quick, people ask us, what are we going to do for the community? It's what we already did. See, they have to talk about an agenda. We spent our life addressing police brutality, housing issues. You know how many people I've been in court with around housing? And won?
Well,
So I'm saying my track record if I didn't say I was going to do anything else for you. My track record, Bob's track record.
Speaks for itself.
We've done all of these things. We're not saying what we're going to do. What will we do? We'll continue doing more of what we've already done when we have some power and resources to go with it.
You have to give us a leg to stand on. What we're saying to our people, you have to give us a leg to stand on. You have problems, you have issues, you're in trouble, and you come to us. Charles is sitting in my restaurant with me one night. A woman drove by, said her pastor drove her by, saw me in the restaurant, got out and came in. Bob Law, I have a problem.
Right.
Charles said they must think you're the councilman because they didn't see him sitting right there. People come to us with problems, and we respond. I brought the lawsuit against the Board of Ed around curriculum in 1990. We've been struggling, and we've been particularly supportive of the movement around education, quality education nationally. We're going to continue to do what we've been doing, but the enemies of our people continue to work relentlessly to destroy our people.
That's right.
We need more power, y'all. We need more
That's
power.
right.
So what you have to do is give us legs to stand on. If you want Charles Barron to continue to fight, Charles Barron votes on the city council. How many people on the city council?
51.
So Charles knows that when he votes, it's going to be 50 to 1.
That's right.
Right? He's the only one voting the right way. You got to give him more power. We've got to get more. You have to give us legs to stand on. Let's close here. I said at the beginning, it's because we love you. It's because we love our people that we are motivated. Well, people, Harold Melvin was right. It is so good loving somebody when somebody loves you back.
That's right.
Y'all need to love us back.
Okay,
right.
well, that's why we called you here, so you could come and tell the people. Now we gonna call them and see if they're gonna talk to us. We glad you came.
Thank you so
We
much.
gonna close it
Thank you,
out.
bro.
We thank you. We
Appreciate
know
it.
you have to run.
All
I
right.
gotta move my car.